Students at John English Middle School were among 200,000 students, residents, businesses, organizations and community groups who took part in the annual citywide cleanup of public spaces. As part of Clean Toronto Together, they collected litter from a local park, and they had some big support.
To see a group like Youth in Action here at John English School who are so interested in the environment and so interested in a host of social justice issues is very reassuring for me, because the decisions we're making today are for them. A lot of things take a long time, like building transit or fixing the environment, and so I got a lot of encouragement and I guess advocacy saying, get on with it and do it, and that's what we need. We need to be pushed by young people like this who really care about these things.
And the students did push Mayor Tory for answers about issues that they are concerned about during a Q&A session.
That have affected Lake Ontario, and it's a big problem.
They asked about things like contamination of the beaches.
We need to have those beaches open, which is why I've brought this program forward, and we've started on it to advance the day when we will have no sewage put into the lake, and therefore the beaches won't be closed by 10 years.
And waste from the food industry.
What happens is human beings don't change their behavior fast enough, nor do businesses sometimes, and so governments have to step in and regulate these things, which is what we have to do.
And they questioned his plan on transit. Were the answers good enough for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think that they were really, I think that he really elaborated.
And if all that wasn't enough, these students are also trying to reduce the waste of textiles, more than doubling the amount collected by the average school, and a very important diversion from landfill.
The textile crisis is about the amount of textiles we consume. We consume 400% more textiles than we did just 20 years ago, and 85% of textile waste winds up in landfill.
That's a lot. So that's people just getting rid of old clothes, that kind of thing?
Well, people throw it out. They don't realize there's no municipal supported recycling program in place for textiles. So unless you look for an option, people just end up throwing out clothing most of the time.
Instead of the landfill, all of these clothes will now be sent to developing countries as secondhand clothing.
I'm very thankful for the fact that so many thousands of people take part in this to keep their city clean, but that so many students are doing it, because hopefully they get into the habit, right from day one, that they'll never throw a coffee cup down on the ground or a straw or any of those kinds of things. To live a clean life in a clean city, and I want to encourage them and support them in doing that.
Well, now that they got the park clean, the students will be continuing with their environmental efforts throughout the rest of the school year. In Etobicoke, Audra Brown, the City News.